Good morning. It's pretty early in the morning here. We're going to go for a bike ride. And so before we do that, I've got to get something to eat. And I'm going to make a smoothie. And I've got some things I really like, which blueberries, pineapple. Who doesn't like pineapple? And let's see here. I've got to add in some, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to add in some protein. I'm going to add in some protein. And what I found recently is that the only protein I've been able to do is collagen. So I found this really great. Collagen doesn't upset my stomach, doesn't make me all bloated. But I wanted to make sure that I added in proteins too, so that whatever I'm eating right now, it doesn't process it super fast, that this collagen helps slow it down. So I don't suddenly find myself out in the middle of nowhere starving. And I got my low sugar kombucha. And I'm going to do a vanilla organic yogurt. And the other thing that I'm going to do is, oh look, I'm going to put in all my supplements. Okay, Google, navigate to South Mountain, Pima Mountain Trailhead.
Got it. Pima Canyon Trailhead.
Let's go. I'm at South Mountain, which is just south of Phoenix, and they have a lot of bike trails here. So I thought I'd try my bike out here on these trails. And I'm in the desert, and the desert, it's a fire element. So, a lot of what I do is about helping or using nature to help improve my own personal health. And I've been kind of exhausted lately. I've really needed some sort of pick me up, some sort of boost to my energy. And all the sun and the dryness of the desert, it's really great at picking up your chi. And you'll notice in the summer when it gets super hot, the people around here can get really snappy because too much chi, and they need to be someplace that has less chi, like the Pacific Northwest. But you're going to get to explore with me the trails out here. And the exciting thing about that is, if you've been watching the channel, I just started back into biking. It's been like 10 years. And maybe I've been on my classic mountain bike 9 times. Well, so down here I had to get a new mountain bike. So you're going to get to see me explore this with my new bike and just see what I get to learn about mountain biking. seriously, I'm not even 100 yards in and I already have a hill. And granted, this is probably a little hill for everybody else, but this is like ginormous for me. So I sat at the top of this hill for about 3 minutes trying to figure out how to come down this hill. And the first thing I did was I dropped the bike seat really low to, bring my center of gravity way down. And then I rode the brakes the whole way down. But I wanted to try and do that hill just to see if I could really do it. And success. Now, the one thing that I noticed is I'm riding a bike that they call a hardtail. And what that means is the suspension's not on the back, it's just on the front. So as I'm riding, I'm noticing that it feels like the back end slips out from behind you, especially if you weight one side versus the other. Ooh. Yeah, not quite as balanced as I used to be. Okay. The longer I rode, the more I realized I was going to have to try and figure out how to relax. Whew. Okay, so I can tell you, this is really a good place for mountain biking. There is all sorts of skill levels here, from beginners to super advanced. So now, I haven't seen anybody out here at my skill level, so I'm feeling pretty special about that. So there's not anybody below beginners out here, but being that I'm out here and I'm surviving, I think you can come out here and survive it too. Here's something weird. I noticed that it's mainly guys out here mountain biking. There's almost no women. I think I've seen one or maybe two women mountain bikers, and then there's just a ton of guy mountain bikers out here. They're super attentive, they're super helpful. So,
need help?
Nope, I'm good. Thanks a lot. See what I mean? So they're super helpful. So I'm kind of thinking, if you're like looking for your next Mr. Fantastic, so if you're single or if you're gently married, this is a great spot, I think, to meet people. So I'm happily married, so I'm not out here meeting people, but I can tell you, that could have gone a whole lot different. And I think it would just take a different story, right? So something like,
Need help?
I think I hurt my ankle. Do you believe that nonsense? I don't know. Would you mind riding back with me to the parking lot? See, just saying, it would just take a different story and you might be able to meet your next Mr. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Whew. Definitely have not been on a bike in like 10 years. Time for a coffee break. My legs are really tired, very tired. Thanks. Hi. 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 Hey, remember that hill at the beginning of this bike ride? The one that I could barely get down? I wanted to try it again to see if I'd gotten any better at it. And there's a couple things that I realized that, I have to get better at changing. And one of them is really don't look down at the trail when you're riding. And you can see that I'm starting to look down. And as soon as you start looking down, everything gets really tense and it's hard to relax. But what I really like is, yeah, I've gotten better. I was able to just fly right down this trail. Okay, you guys, thanks for coming out and doing this ride with me. And until next time, I will catch you on the other side.